Hey guys, Ro Forelli here. Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm working from home. As you can see my background. Very grateful to be able to work from home. This morning I was going through my Instagram feed. I don't know if you're on Instagram or not, but I am. And I stumbled upon Elizabeth Gilbert's feed. Elizabeth Gilbert is a pretty famous author. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love, Big Magic, great books. And I follow her and always enjoy what she has to say. And there were a couple of things that I learned from her this morning that I wanted to share with you. I found these things really valuable. So the first thing is a presencing practice that she does. And I loved it so much. I can't wait to incorporate it daily. And it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And presencing it's really just bringing you into the now moment. Our mind does a wonderful job at thinking of the past, thinking of tomorrow and what could come, and thinking all of these thoughts all around, except for being in the present moment. And so we have these little practices and exercises to help us be present, because let's face it, presence is usually the only place that we find true peace. And I know for myself personally, and I'm sure for many of you, that accessing our peace is something we could all use a little bit more of during these stressful times. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I have some notes here since it is new to me. Okay, so starting with 5, you're going to identify 5 things around you, 5 objects, and they could be anything. So I'm looking at the green palm trees across the street from my house and how the wind is moving the leaves. I'm looking at a black bird flying across the sky. I'm looking at the light reflecting off of my neighbor's car, off of the window. I'm looking at the yellow stripe that goes down my street, down the middle of the street. And I'm looking at my cat's bed that actually attaches to the window that I'm sitting in front of. And so those are 5 things that I'm seeing. 4 things that I can hear. So just identifying 4 things in your environment that you can hear. So let's see, what do I hear? I hear buzzing from my computer. I'm right next to my desk. I can hear some water trickling. I think there's a toilet running in my bathroom. I need to look at that. I hear my daughter in the kitchen. Maybe she's shuffling some papers, or I'm not sure what she's doing, but I hear her. And was that 3 things? Okay, 3 things, so one more thing. I hear an airplane outside flying in the distance. So the next is 3 things that you can feel in this moment. I feel my feet, they're bare, and I feel them against the carpet. And I'm moving them back and forth, and I feel that softness on my feet. I feel the chair supporting me. And I feel some just a little bit of like clamminess in my palms, in my hands. I'm feeling a little clammy right now. Okay, so I think it gets a little harder as you go down. So 2 things that I smell. I smell my air diffuser. I've used a spearmint, but I also added in a random other oil that has a combination, so I'm not sure of everything that's in there. And I also smell just some like woody, earthy undertones. So 2 things, I smell spearmint and like a wood scent. And what am I tasting? 1 thing. I feel like I taste the leftovers of my tom kha soup that I had for lunch. Is like a coconut based soup, so the remnants of that. So that just kind of brought me right into the present moment by identifying my surroundings through my senses, and just kind of bringing me into a moment of calmness, focus, relaxation, and just kind of like chilling out for a second. And so yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy doing different presencing things like that. So I hope you enjoy that practice too, and that you'll take it with you. So the second thing that I want to share with you that I learned from Elizabeth Gilbert this morning was she's actually just arrived back in the US from Australia, and she was over there on a speaking tour, and I think she had several other lineups to attend to, but because of the coronavirus, she decided to cut her trip short. And so she felt like this anxiety kind of come up, and she was sending like a text message to her family, or a message to her family, and it started off like, oh my God, I've got to get out of here while I can before they shut down the airports. I've got to get the last flight, or the first flight I can get to, before the United States stops allowing people to come in. And I'm going to try to get there as soon as possible. So she's like writing this text out, and she pauses for a second and realizes that, she's wanting to do all this urgency, which is fine, she's just taking responsible actions and steps. But she kind of stopped and looked around her, and she's like, there's really no pandemonium happening right now. And I'm just kind of like fanning a fire of fear and my exaggeration with my words. And so she decided to delete that text, and she just cut it short and simple and said, hey guys, I got an early flight home. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Something short and simple, instead of exaggerating and making her matter seem really dramatic and big and, blowing it up. And I know that it's really easy to do that, to buy into drama and to feed into other people's drama and collective chaos, especially when we're, watching the news and hearing from friends and family that are freaking out. But as individuals, we really do have a choice if we want to give into that, or if the buck stops with us and we decide to just shift and to not be so dramatic and not be so exaggerational. Is that a word? Exaggerational? You get the point. So I learned that from Elizabeth Gilbert today, those 2 things. and I wanted to share them with you guys. So this video has gone on a lot longer than I thought it would, so I'm gonna hop off, but hope you have a great day, and I hope these 2 tips serve you in some way, and I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.